I'm going to reveal 7 simple rules you can follow to help you stay strong, mobile, and independent as you age, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or even beyond. It doesn't matter how old you are or how out of shape you may feel right now. Hey everyone, Dr. Jeff Peng here. I'm a sports medicine physician currently practicing in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I help people stay active and pain-free as they get older. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 7 most important rules for maintaining strength and function well into your later years. Rules that I share with my own patients to help them avoid weakness, joint pain, and loss of independence. Getting older does not automatically lead to weakness or physical decline. In fact, I've treated many people in their 70s who are stronger, more mobile, and more resilient than those half their age. What sets them apart is consistency. They made movement a non-negotiable part of their routine. They train with intention, they stay active, and they don't accept the narrative that aging means giving up physical ability. Now, age does make it easier to lose muscle, but most of that loss comes from reduced activity, not from aging itself. In other words, the real issue here is disuse, not time. Maintaining strength, flexibility, and balance well into later decades is entirely possible. With the right approach, the body remains adaptable and capable of meaningful improvement. Even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, you can continue to build strength and prevent decline. Movement is one of the most powerful tools we have, and its importance only increases as we age. Age is not a barrier to building muscle. I often hear people in their 60s and 70s say things like, "I'm past my prime," or "It's too late for me to get strong." But the research tells a very different story. Older adults, even those in their 80s, can build strength and muscle mass through consistent resistance training. The physiological response to exercise may be slower than in younger years, but the body remains highly adaptable. Progress requires consistency and patience, but it's entirely achievable, and the benefits extend far beyond appearance. Gaining muscle improves balance, supports joint health, strengthens bones, reduces pain, and enhances independence in daily life. These outcomes have a direct impact on quality of life, preserving the ability to walk, carry groceries, or even get up from a chair with confidence. Age may change the timeline, but it doesn't erase the potential. Strength is still within reach. The key is to begin and then stay consistent. The best time to start strength training was yesterday. The second best time is today. Many patients tell me they wish they had started sooner, before the stiffness, before the weakness, or before the falls. They feel like they've missed their window. But the reality is the body remains adaptable well into your 50s, 60s, and even 80s. Think about it this way. Strength is like a savings account. The earlier you invest, the more you accumulate, but it's never too late to start building. Every session you do now creates a stronger, more capable version of yourself down the road. Improved balance, better joint protection, fewer injuries, and greater independence all start with the simple decision to begin. There will never be a perfect moment to start training. The longer you wait, the more you lose. So start now, no matter your age, your background, or how far behind you feel. Every step forward builds momentum, and your future self will be glad you didn't wait another day. Living longer is not about avoiding stress, it's about becoming more resilient to it. The body was built to respond to challenges. It thrives under the right kinds of stress. Mechanical stress from lifting weights, cardiovascular stress from aerobic exercise, and even cognitive stress from learning new skills or adapting to new routines. These forms of stress trigger growth, adaptation, and long-term durability. The key here is not to eliminate stress, but to manage the dose. Too little stress leads to stagnation and decline. Too much too soon, that leads to injury or burnout. But the right amount applied consistently builds stronger muscles, healthier joints, better balance, and greater mental toughness. As we age, avoiding stress altogether leads to fragility. The goal is to train the body to tolerate more, recover better, and keep going. Longevity comes comes from exposure to challenge, not comfort. Controlled stress, applied wisely, shapes a body that's built to move, built to adapt, and built to last. Strength helps you move, but balance helps you stay upright. And as we age, balance becomes one of the most important, yet most overlooked, skills to maintain. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization in older adults, often resulting in fractures, reduced independence, or long recovery periods. The good news is that balance isn't just something you're born with or lose over time, it's something that you can train and improve. Like strength, balance responds to consistent practice. Even a few minutes a day can make a meaningful difference. Exercises such as single leg stands, heel to toe walking, or standing on one leg while brushing your teeth can improve coordination, proprioception, and lower body control. You can also integrate dynamic balance work into your workouts using gentle instability like foam pads or slow step-ups. The goal is to build confidence in your ability to move safely through space. Train balance like you would any other skill, regularly, intentionally, and with purpose. Training breaks the body down, recovery builds it back up. And as we get older, the recovery process becomes slower, more delicate, and far more essential. What used to take a day or two might now take several, and ignoring that reality can lead to overtraining, burnout, or injury. That's why recovery needs to be seen as an active part of your training routine, not an afterthought. Strength and resilience are built during rest, not during the workout itself. That means making sleep a priority, staying hydrated, and fueling the body with enough nutrients, especially protein, to support muscle repair. It also means spacing workouts out appropriately and being mindful of stress from other areas of life, which can compound training fatigue. Recovery isn't the absence of effort, it's strategic restoration. Walking, stretching, yoga, or light mobility work can help the body reset while keeping momentum. If your goal is to stay strong long-term, recovery isn't optional. It's what allows you to keep showing up week after week, year after year. Motivation is unreliable. It fades on cold mornings, after long days, and when life gets overwhelming. That's why the people who stay consistent, especially as they age, aren't relying on motivation. They're relying on a system, a weekly routine, a set schedule, and a plan that doesn't require them to feel inspired in the moment. The most effective systems are simple and sustainable. For most adults, that means aiming for at least 2 to 3 days per week of resistance training to build and maintain muscle, along with 150 minutes per week of moderate aerobic activity to support cardiovascular health. Add in regular mobility and balance work, and you have a well-rounded foundation. The key here is to make it automatic. Block time on your calendar, choose specific days, follow a program that matches your goals and ability. The more structured your approach, the less you need to rely on motivation. Consistency, not inspiration, is what builds strength that lasts. The last thing I want to say is that most people don't need a complicated program. They need something simple, effective, and sustainable that fits into real life. That's exactly what I'll walk you through in the next video. This is a full body strength routine designed for beginners. It's low impact, joint friendly, and gives you the structure to start building strength that lasts. Check it out next, and thanks for watching.